Boys, already we have seen about there are two processes, endogenic process and exogenic process. The endogenic process leads to the upliftment and sinking of the earth's surface. The exogenic process is the continuous wearing down and rebuilding of the land surface. Gradation is the process of leveling of highlands. What is gradation? Leveling of highland is called gradation. Now we are going to see about landforms. The landscape is being by two processes, weathering and erosion weathering. Erosion is the wearing away of the landscape. The process of erosion and deposition create different landforms on the surface of the earth. Now we are going to see about the running water, that is river. Rivers originate on higher landforms like mountains, hills and plateaus. River forms from mountains, hills and plateaus that receive water from various sources like rain, glaciers and lakes. It receive water from glaciers, lakes and rain. The place where the river originates is called its source. So where the river originates starts is called source. Where it joins the sea is called mouth. The major functions of the rivers are erosion, transportation and deposition. Courses of river. There are two courses of river, upper course, middle course and lower course. Upper course. Erosion is the most dominant action of river in the upper course. In this course, a river usually tumbles down and steep mountain slopes. River crosses down and steep mountains. Next one, middle course. The river enters the plain in its middle course. The volume of water increases with the confluence of many tributaries and thus increase the load of the river. In this middle course, the volume of water increases. Thus, the predominant action of a river is transportation. Transportation means what? Transport from one place to another place. Next one, lower course. The river moving downstream across a broad level plain is loaded with debris brought down from its upper and middle courses. The main work of the river here is deposition. Okay boys, don't forget this. In upper course, what job river does? Yes, erosion. In middle course, river does what job? Transportation. In lower course, what job? Yes, deposition. Now we are going to see about the erosional landforms of river. First one is gorges and canyons. When the river flows through a mountainous region made up of hard rocks, it forms a valley. So the river crosses a mountainous region, it forms one valley. That is called gorge. A deep gorge with steep sides that runs for hundreds of kilometers. This deep gorge runs of 100 kilometers, that is called canyon. Next one is waterfall. When a river flows in a region where hard rocks lie over soft rocks horizontally, the soft rocks get eroded quickly and the hard rocks projects outwards. So due to the flowing of river, soft rocks are eroded and hard rocks are remaining. Thus the river falls vertically. So rivers fall vertically. This is called waterfalls. For example, Silver Falls in Kodaikanal. Okay. When the water falls with great force, it erodes the rock material and creates a depression called a plunge pool. So these rocks create a depression that is called plunge pool. Shallow fast flowing water in a stream is called rapid or river jumps. So shallow fast flowing of water is called river jumps. Next one, V-shaped valley. V-shaped valley is formed by the vertical erosion of the river where the valley is deepened and widened. This V-shaped valley is nothing but it is formed by the vertical erosion of the river. Vertical erosion means what? Upside to downside. That is called vertical. So, due to this vertical erosion, the valley is deepened and widened. So, it creates V-shaped valley. Next one, pothole. And due to the river action, cylindrical holes are formed. Due to river's action, one cylindrical shape is formed, that is called pothole. Next one, meander. As the river loaded with debris flows slowly, it forms sweeping loops and bends. River crosses very slowly, it forms bends. That is called meanders. Meanders. Okay. Oxbow Lake. Meanders in due course of time become almost a complete circle with narrow necks. Sometimes these meanders look like a complete circle with narrow necks. This is called Oxbow Lake. Depositional landforms of river. First one is alluvial fan. A fan-shaped deposition called as alluvial fan. Floodplain. Fine sediments are deposited on river banks when a river floods. Yes or no? Many fine sediments are deposited during the course of the river. These sediments make the region rich and fertile. So, what is the purpose of these sediments? These sediments only make the soil rich and fertile. This is called a floodplain. Next one, delta. A triangular shaped low-lying area formed by the river is called delta. So, triangle shape place is called delta. Example, Kaveri Delta and Ganga Delta. Okay. Next, we are going to see about the glaciers. A glacier is a large mass of ice. Glacier is nothing but large part of ice that moves slowly over the land. That is called glaciers. It is also known as river of ice. What is the another name of glaciers? River of ice. Now we are going to see about the movement of glaciers. A large mass of ice creates pressure at its bottom. So one large mass of ice creates what? Creates pressure at its bottom and generate heat. Due to its highest pressure, what is generated? Heat is generated. Due to this, the glacier melt a little. So due to this heat, a glacier melt a little and starts to move. So what it is happen when glaciers melt? Yes, when glaciers melt, it starts to move. The rate of movement of the glacier varies from few centimeter to several hundred meter. So this movement happened few centimeter to several hundred meters. Glaciers are classified into two types, continental glacier and valley glacier. Erosional landforms of glaciers. Glaciers are powerful erosive agents. Now we are going to see about some of the parts of glaciers. Some of the landforms created by glaciers. Okay, Sarkiu, Arat, Matterhorn, U-shaped valley, hanging valley and fjords. Sarkiu. The glacier erodes the steep side walls of the mountains and forms a bowl-shaped armature. So this is called Sarkiu. So the glacier erodes the steep side walls and forms a bowl-shaped armchair. Okay, this is called Sarkiu. Next one, arete. Aretes are narrow ridges formed when two Sarkiu walls join together back to back and forms. When two Sarkiu walls join together back to back and forms what? Arete. Pyramidal peak. This pyramidal peaks formed when three or more Sarkius meet together. When three or more circuits meet together, it is formed pyramidal peak. U-shaped valley. When the glaciers move down along a river valley, the valley further gets eroded deep and wide to form a U-shaped valley. So glaciers moves, at that time a valley further gets eroded and wide and form a U-shaped valley. Next one, hanging valley. These are valleys eroded by tributary glacier. So this is nothing but these are valleys eroded by a tributary glaciers. Tributary means what? Branches. Okay. Next we are going to see about fjord. Fjord are glacial valleys that are partly submerged in the sea. This fjords is nothing but glacial valleys. Next we are going to see about the depositional landforms of glaciers. First one, moraines. Landforms formed by the glacial deposits of valley or continental glaciers are termed as moraines. These moraines are nothing but landforms formed by the glacial deposits or continental glaciers. This is called moraines. Drumlin. Drumlins are deposits of glacial moraines. These drumlins are nothing but deposits of the glacial moraines. How glacial moraines formed? So, landforms formed by the glacial deposits are called moraines. These moraines are classified into two types, continental glaciers and glacial moraines. Okay. Esker. Long narrow ridges composed of boulders. Boulders means stones, gravel and sand deposited by streams of melting water which run parallel to a glacier are called eskers. So these streams, these river streams of melting water run parallel to the glaciers, that is called eskers. Next one, outwash plain. An outwash plain consists of glacial sediments deposited by the melting ice. This outwash plain is nothing but glacial sediments by melting ice. Next one, wind. What is wind? When air blows horizontally at or near the earth's surface, it is called wind. Air blows horizontally, it calls wind. Erosional landforms of wind. First one, mushroom rock. Rocks are made up of hard and soft layers. Yes or no? Yes, all rocks are made up of hard and soft layer. The constant veering down action of the wind, so the constant flowing of the wind, the bottom gets eroded away. The bottom part get eroded away and this seen like a mushroom in shape, in structure. Okay, this is called mushroom rock or pedestal rock. What is the another name for mushroom rock? Pedestal rock. Second one, Inselberg. Inselberg is a German term which means an island mountain. This Inselberg is nothing but island mountain, separate mountain. Only one mountain is there, that is called Inselberg. Such isolated residual hills rising abruptly from their surroundings are termed as Inselbergs. Example, Uluru rocks in Australia. This Inselberg is nothing but boys isolated hills, separate hills. Only one mountain, one hill is there, that is called Inselberg. See that picture, second picture, that is only Inselberg. Yardang. See this third picture. In arid regions, certain rocks have hard and soft layers arranged vertically. When winds blow over these rocks, the soft layers get eroded. So, there are many soft rocks and soft layers and hard layers, but due to the fast flowing of the wind, soft layers are eroded and hard rocks are remaining. These are called yardangs. Depositional landforms of wind. First one, sand dune. When the speed of wind decreases, huge amount of sand gets deposited. Yes or no? Decreases means reduces. Speed of the wind reduces, huge amount of sand gets deposited, gets remaining. Deposited means what? Remaining. These hills of sand are called sand dunes. So these are called sand dunes. Second one, birchen. Birch are isolated crescent shaped sand dunes. So isolated crescent shaped sand dunes are called Barchans. Crescent means what? Half moon. Okay. Next one, transverse dunes. Transverse dunes are asymmetrical in shape. What is the meaning of asymmetrical? Having two sides but not the same. Okay, this is called asymmetrical. So they are formed by alternate slow and fast winds. These transverse dunes are formed by slow and fast winds. Next one, longitudinal dunes. Longitudinal dunes are long narrow ridges. Ridges means long narrow mountain range, that is called ridges, which extended in a direction parallel to the prevailing wind. This is only in the direction of parallel to the wind. Next one is loess. The term loess refers to the deposits of fine silt and porous sand over a vast region. Loess is nothing but deposit of fine silt material and porous in sand. Next we are going to see about waves. What is wave? A steady up and down movements of surface water are called waves. Up and down movement of surface water is called waves. First one, erosional landforms of waves. First one, sea cliffs. Sea cliffs are formed when sea waves dash against them. So this sea cliffs are formed, sea waves blow against them. The rocks get eroded to form steep vertical walls. So the major part of the rocks gets eroded for what? To form a vertical walls. Next one, sea cave. Prolonged wave attack on the base of the cliff erodes rock materials, which result in the formation of caves. So that is nothing but, boys, down part of the rock is eroded, that is seen like a cave shape. Okay, that is only called sea cave. Next one, sea arch. When two caves approach one another from either side of a headland and unite, they form an arch. So two caves approach one another. What happened if two caves meet one another? Yes, arch is created. Okay, when two caves meet one another from either side, this sea arch is created. Next one is sea stake. Further erosion by waves ultimately leads to the total collapse of the arch. So further erosion by waves ultimately leads to the collapse of the arch. So the arch is collapsed fully by the erosion of the waves. The seaward portion of the headland will remain as a pillar. Now only the seaward portion is remaining, that is seen like a pillar. So that is only called stake. Wave cut platforms. Flat surface found at the foot of a sea are called as wave cut platforms. Flat surface sea cliffs are called wave cut platforms. Next we are going to see about depositional landforms of waves. First one, beach. Sand and gravel are moved and deposited by waves along the shore to form beaches. Beaches is nothing but sand is moved and deposited by waves in the seashore place, that is called beaches. Next one is bar. A bar is an elongated deposit of sand or mud found in the sea. This bar is nothing but deposit of sand or mud, that is called bar. Next one, spit. A spit is a ridge. What is the meaning of ridge? Mountain range. A spit is a ridge of sediment attached to the land on one end and terminating in open water on the other end. So in one end it has land and another end it has the water body, that is called spit. Thank you.